What's up, everybody? It's Jessa from Life at Sycamore Ridge, and it's been a whole minute since I gave everybody an update on the flower farm. So I'm gonna walk down there and show you guys what's going on. I got to do some watering down there, so I thought I would just take you along. So the first thing you're probably going to notice that has changed is my dead hedge is getting taller and filled in. My friends at Plot Twist Acres brought over this cedar that you're seeing on top there, and that really helped fill it in. So we still got a long ways to go, but I really like how it's turning out. And eventually, you know, I might get a weed eater down here and do some weed eating around it, but it's serving its purpose, which is to be kind of a habitat for native insects and birds and stuff like that. So this is the most exciting thing happening right now is I have color. I have some blooms. So this is Sweet William. This is what I planted last year. If you recall, I knew I planted it, but I wasn't really sure what it was, and that is definitely Sweet William, and it smells smells so good. And then I believe this is salvia is what they call this purple plant. It is another perennial. I need to do a little weeding, but I don't want to remove these because that is milkweed and the monarchs love that. I haven't seen any caterpillars on it yet, but I'm sure they're coming. I think it's a little early for that. This is the yarrow that I planted last year, so it's gonna be blooming this year. And this is the yarrow that I just planted this year. So it might get a little crowded in there, but I think it's gonna be all right. This one, I think it's from this year, and it might bloom for me as well. So that's pretty awesome. I was so excited to see this color, and it makes me realize I need to plant way more of this because it obviously was the first thing to bloom, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of early season stuff, so I rely really heavily on zinnias and sunflowers, and those just really aren't going to be blooming until July, early July, late June, best case scenario. So I do have one more that bloomed early for me that I got planted earlier this year. So these early blooms, I believe this is Status, which I had never grown before, but I got a few blooms out of it. I think next year I need to remember to plant it a lot closer together, a lot tighter. I had these pretty spaced out, and so they just didn't get very tall. I haven't cut and used any of these either. You know, I'm not even sure if this is something you can pinch. I just need to research it a little more. But it's exciting to know that I can get blooms this early, and they're really pretty too. So I can plant some more colors of that. So moving on down here, this is calendula, I do believe. And so it's coming along. I don't see any buds on it, but check these guys out. These are snapdragons, and I did a little bit of weeding down here. You might not even be able to tell, but we're getting some buds on there. So more snapdragons. Some of them are certainly taller than others. Look at that. So that's awesome. Then we move on down, and more calendula, straw flower. Man, I don't even remember. I'm terrible at this. Oh, this guy. This is a Cosmo. And obviously he has not been pinched, and he thinks he needs to bloom right here at like a height less than my hand. I had a bloom down here earlier, and I was like, what are you doing? It's not what I want, but whatever. I'll let him have his day. Last year, if you recall, I accidentally mowed over all my Cosmos, and it actually worked out in my favor because I pinched them, so they branched out really well. So I hate doing this, but we're gonna do that's all. You just top it off, give it a little pinch, and now we'll start to branch out. So I obviously didn't do that with all of these, and I haven't accidentally mowed over these yet. But the season is young. Here we go. You can see this guy branching out. Oh yeah, see, stop that. Last year, these things were like as tall as my head, just going crazy. Over here, my friend Heather from Plot Twist Acres came down Tuesday. Today is Saturday, and we planted all of this stuff. So we've got basil, we've got zinnias, a few sunflowers. This is, I believe, celosia that we might have planted some of this. So just kind of a mixed match. This is a volunteer sunflower. Look at you. I'm just letting it do its thing. There's another one. He can hang out. More celosia. Again, very small. I think it might be the spacing. I can get them a little closer together. But I had some celosia last year, and I had pretty good luck with it. Just compulsively weeding here. Can't help myself. These are zinnias. I think they're just whirligig, so they're not really anything fancy per se. I don't have a lot of fancy ones this year. I was more focused on the sunflower seeds. That is a milkweed. Letting it chill out there. So that's exciting. I'm really excited about this row, and this is the one I wanted to come down and water because it's supposed to get up to like 90 degrees today. And well, they might not need water. We got some rain last night. I just wasn't sure how much rain we got. I think we're all right. Just looking at the ground here. I don't think I've got anything to worry about. It'd be good. This is some sunflowers. I believe some cosmos. Maybe marigolds. But this heat is gonna be awesome for these guys. That's what they like. Oh my goodness. This weed patch over here. So if you recall, this is where I planted straw flowers really early with my brother. Fail, epic fail. There are still straw flowers in here. Finding them is the challenge, but they are in here. Yep, there's one. Okay, this right here, that's straw flower. That is a straw flower. So we're gonna do it different next year for sure. This right here, see all that mulch? I'm pretty excited about this. I'm excited about that little experiment. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start mulching paths. I don't know, it's gonna take so much mulch. But I do have a friend that has a pile, and her friend has a bobcat. That makes life a lot easier. Then I just have to unload it here. But I need to get mowing down here. You can see that'll help keep the weeds down a little bit anyway. They still find a way. They always find a way. Luna is probably after a snake or a mouse. What you got, Luna? What else? There's more down here for me to show you. All right, this is my little dahlia patch. We'll see how it comes along. They're still trucking. This is in compost that I also got from a friend of mine. Man, they about need netted or staked up. This is Omagro compost, and it was just really satisfying to plant in. Because, I mean, that's ideally what you want to be planting in, is this rich, dark, fluffy compost. Helps keep the weeds down. It's a lot more manageable for me to weed in. So, you know, ideally, but it's also not cheap. But yeah, that's what, we got a few dahlias here. They're pulling through. I don't know what they'll do. I'm not like a dahlia enthusiast. I could be, but I just don't really have a good place to store them over the winter. You have to store the tubers, and I'm just not equipped for that. So these were all started from seed. So you don't really know what you're gonna get, but I'm excited to find out. It looks like we're trying to push out some blooms there. So it'll just be fun. These are fun. I like doing it. If I can save tubers, great. If not, I'm not too worried. But I've got a lot more space to fill. But we're coming along. So thanks for joining me on this little flower farm update. If you're not already, make sure you are subscribed to our newsletter, which you can do on my website at sycamoreridgesmallfarm.com. And I'm going to be at the Shenandoah Farmers Market on Wednesday, June 7th. It's the kickoff, so I will be there for that for sure. I don't know if I'll be there Saturday yet. I'm kind of playing that by ear, but that's why I want you to join the newsletter so I can let you know where I'm going to be. And I might have a secret question again. I did secret questions when I was at the Red Oak Farmers Market. You come ask me the question that I sent you. If you're the first one to ask me, you get a little extra something. And I'm gonna have eggs. I'm gonna have maybe a few greens, some radishes maybe. I'll have a little bit of everything. And I might have some of these flowers that you saw. That Sweet William looks really good. I haven't picked any of it yet. So that's what I got going on. Also in July, there is a Sunset Flower Farm tour. So you'll come out to the farm. I'll show you all the flowers, tell you a little bit about it, maybe see some of these baby goats that we got, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have Equality Farm and Foods out here doing some catering, and it's just gonna be a really good time. So make sure you get your tickets for that. And if you have any questions, by all means, let me know, because I miss things all the time. And I think that's all I got. So thanks for joining me. Happy Pride. It's June, and I'll catch you on the next video. Later. What are you doing? Ow, Macy. She is in between fences. She is the epitome of naughty. And so is this one. Would you stop it, please? Molly, this is not what we do. Absolutely not.